In this video, we'll be looking at the different types of characters you can have in your stories. So a range of characters is crucial in supporting your story, and the types of characters that these are protagonists, antagonists, foil characters, minor characters, mentors, minions, love interests, and ficelles or ficelles, depending on how you want to pronounce it. First of all, let's quickly mention the protagonist and the antagonist. So the protagonist is the main character, the one whose transformative journey drives the story forward, and is also usually the perspective character too. And often the protagonist is the character that most connects with the reader by showing their transformation through changes in their attitude, their beliefs, their actions, their values, and their personality. The antagonist, usually the villain, is the character whose journey furthers their own goals, while they are in conflict with the protagonist's transformation. Foil characters are usually minor characters whose role is to emphasize or to illuminate or to reflect upon the characteristics and aspects of another character. Therefore, they usually contrast with the protagonist. The perfect example of this would be in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein and the creature are a perfect example of a protagonist and a foil character. The trait of the creature is illuminating or revealing an aspect about the protagonist that we wouldn't have without that foil character. Then we have minor characters. Minor characters interact with the protagonist, usually revealing pieces of information or helping them on their transformative journey. However, sometimes minor characters may also interact with and help the antagonist too. Therefore, minor characters help to drive the story forward and to reveal aspects of that story. Next, we have mentors. Mentors are characters who offer advice, they give answers to the protagonist, they help them in any way they can by giving them knowledge or physically going with them, or by training them or giving them an item or object or power or skill or something which helps the protagonist on their journey, enabling them to continue their transformation. A perfect example of this would be Gandalf in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Next, we have minions. Minions are minor characters who usually only help the antagonist. Again, this time, they offer advice, they help, they do the villain's wants, needs, their desires. Usually they come into conflict with the protagonist, getting in their way. Also, we have love interests. Usually a love interest will generally just be a romantic interest or a character of romantic interest with whom the protagonist is interested in. However, there's different kinds, which we'll cover in a different video. And finally, a ficelle, or ficelle, is a character who is specifically a source of information without being an info dump. This allows the writer to reveal pieces of information without having to describe it in much detail or just allowing that interaction to happen between a character and the protagonist. However, the problem with ficelle or ficelle characters is that if you have too many, it can get very confusing for the reader if they have to keep track of many ficelle type characters who don't really have any real motivations connected to the plot. If you're interested, again, I want to try and recommend as much reading material as possible in each video. If you're interested in reading about character creation and trying to create characters who are motivating and engaging for the audience, I recommend a book called Writing Characters Who'll Keep Readers Captivated. It's an interesting book. Again, I'm an advocate for constantly reading and trying to improve your craft through reading fiction, non-fiction books, advice books. It doesn't matter if anything's particularly good. I try to recommend things that are highly rated. However, even some things that are not particularly good might be worth reading because Some of these things will teach you not what to do. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give this video a like. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of characters you're struggling to write, or what characters are your favorites. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about these different character types, and whether you can identify these kind of characters in your own stories too. And also, please subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Again, I'm trying to create a community of like-minded people who are interested in writing and the process of creativity and storytelling, and who really want to bring and pool together many of these kinds of resources. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.